Hey guys, Stephen Carter with Roller Derby Skate Corporation here to talk to you about wheels. What better place to talk about wheels? Out here on the water. So wheels come in all kinds of shapes, hardnesses, colors, sizes, everything. For instance, on this skate right here that we have, there is a 70mm softer hardness wheel. Really good for hard surfaces like asphalt, more of your rough riding roads, I would say, for this type of wheel. A little larger, so you're going to get a lot more roll out of it. It will allow you to go fast if you want to, or do some tricks and kind of hang out and just cruise around town, and that's what this is really good for, this 70mm here. But like I said, they come in all kinds of different shapes, sizes, colors. For instance, on this Candy Girl right here, this is a clear urethane, makes it look fun. 65mm, a little smaller than the one that I just showed you there. But again, it's very soft, very good for rough roads. Not very fast rolling on a smooth surface like your indoor skating floors or your smooth asphalt or like a tennis court, things like that that people are used to skating on. So I want to talk about a subject that comes up a lot, durometer of wheels. Basically means the hardness of wheels. Now there's a lot of misconceptions out there of what wheels should be used inside, outside, on this surface and that surface. It all comes down to preference, I would say. What you feel, how you want to feel when you're skating, or what type of skating you're doing. I would say don't get hung up on the number per se of what you like. For instance, if you're skating inside on a wood floor, you may want something that's maybe soft, but it rolls for that floor, and that's what you like to skate on inside. And you may like something hard. I can tell you outside on rougher surfaces, you're going to want something that is a little bit thicker in the tire, or the urethane, is what most of the wheels are made of, or something that is softer to kind of absorb the ground and not vibrate a lot and make your feet hurt while you're skating. So your wheels are going to be the foundation of your skating experience, in my opinion. Bad wheel, you may not have a great skating experience even though you have a great skate. Take a look at what you like to do and the type of skating that you're doing, and make sure that you have a good quality wheel before you begin your skating. Do some homework on them, call some people that may know a little bit more. Ask me if you want. I know about wheels. Now let's talk some wheel maintenance. I have this Candy Girl here to use as my demo to let you guys know how to look for defects in a wheel from skating on it too much. I would say I'd look for cracks, some abrasions. Some wheels may look like they have been coned off a little bit depending on how you skate. Those are things you want to look for, and knowing when you may want to change them or even rotate them based on the way you skate. I would say the deciding factor for wanting to change your wheels is A, start not feeling the same feel you felt when you started, or B, one wheel looks completely different than another wheel. So let's take a look at how to rotate your wheels. Let's have a simple little multi-tool here. It's pretty cool to have. To rotate your tires or your wheels, you're basically going to put the tool on, take the lug nut off, take the wheel off. You want to take the back one off the same, or whichever one you're going to rotate it to based on how your wheels are wearing. Once that's lined up, go ahead and put your lug nuts back on. After you tighten them down, make sure they're spinning freely. If not, just go ahead and take it and back it up like a quarter of a turn. You'll notice I'm spinning freely at that point. Bearings are what makes your wheels spin. Minus your bearing, you're probably not going to have a great experience. So how do you go about cleaning your bearings? You're going to take your multi-tool, take that lock nut off, pull the wheel off, grab yourself a wrench, right inside the hole there. Give it a little pressure, pop it right out. That's one bearing there. Some wheels may require a spacer in between the bearings. And then really, you can just take your finger, stick it right inside the other side of the wheel, pop the other bearing out. On either side of this bearing, there's a shield on both sides. If your bearings are to the point that we're making a lot of noise, you're going to want to clean them in some kind of solution that does not leave like a residue behind. I like to use WD-40 to kind of lubricate it and clean it at the same time, but there's a lot of things out there that you can use. Just do your research and see what works. You can take a safety pin and pop that shield off of one side. I wouldn't recommend doing both sides because you still want to keep debris out once you put it back into your wheel. So just pop one side off. After you pop that shield off of there, have a little cup or something like that, or maybe even just the long needle that's on the WD-40 can, and you can spray it right inside of there. Have a paper towel or some kind of rag handy, and you can kind of tap it out, and it'll get rid of some of that loose debris that's in the bearing that's making that noise and causing it to slow down. After you're done doing that, let it dry off, because you never want to get any kind of oil or anything on your wheels. That would make for a very slippery ride. Unless you're into that, do you? Then we're going to put it back together after we've done all that and cleaned it out. That's our wheel there. You're going to take one bearing, either side first, push it in firmly. Once you have that in, don't forget your spacer if your wheels did come with spacers. Stick that right in the middle. Don't worry about lining it up, we can do that when we put it on the skate. Grab your other bearing, stick it on the other side. Press it in firmly, you're all set. Make sure you line that spacer up like that. Grab your lock nut. I usually tighten it all the way down, and then I back it off about a quarter of a turn. Then I give my wheel a spin, make sure it's rolling how I want, and I'm good to go.